Hey guys, Mahol Jabardast Shandar. I hope you are doing wonderful and you are getting the concept of GST. I hope you got the concept that how GST came into existence and why GST came into existence, and before GST what was the lacuna. Okay, sir, now we have read that 35 acts are there for implementation of GST and how those are framed. I hope everything is clear. Okay, so sir, in case of GST, first of all, in any tax, there has to be a charging section. There has to be a power by the law. Sir, from where the government gets the power to charge the tax? From Indian Constitution. From Indian Constitution, they get the power, and in any of the tax act, in every tax act, they have to insert a section which says that on this particular activity, on this particular transaction, this tax will be charged, and that section is section number 9 under CGST Act. So sir, now we are beginning with the CGST Act. Sir, chapter number 2 of the book. Sir, in chapter number 1, introduction regarding GST is given, which I have already given the brief in the previous lecture. Plus, sir, at the end of that chapter number 1, important relevant definitions are given. Those are just for your reference. No need to mug up those definitions, even no need to read those definitions as of now. As and when topic will come, if there is relevant, then we will discuss the definition also. But sir, as of now, sir, no need to refer those definitions which are given at the end of chapter number 1 as of now. Okay, sir, now first of all point comes, what is the charging section? Where it is written that GST will be charged on supply of goods? It is written in section number 9. So we are beginning with charging section. You know, in every act, section number 1 is regarding name, extent and applicability. Sir, in section number 1 it is written that CGST, this act will be called Central Goods and Services Tax Act 2017. It shall extend to entire India except Jammu and Kashmir. But sir, with effect from 1st July 2017, GST came into existence except Jammu and Kashmir. But on 7th of July, Mehbooba Mufti, CM of Jammu and Kashmir, accepted the ordinance of GST, and it was implemented in the Jammu and Kashmir also, because you know, destination based consumption tax it is, and if Jammu and Kashmir government would not have accepted this GST, then they will be under the loss of revenue. So they had to accept it, and they accepted this GST. So as of now, GST is applicable throughout the country, including Jammu and Kashmir. Sir, section number 9. See, section number 1 is regarding, sir, extent, commencement and applicability. Section number 2 is regarding definitions. As and when provisions will come, we'll discuss. Sir, but before reading the other sections, first of all, authority of the law is given by section number 9. So we are beginning with section number 9. Section number 9. Section number 9. Subsection 1 says that CGST will be levied on intrastate supply. Sir, on interstate supply, we already discussed that IGST will be levied, and for IGST, section number 5 is given. Section number 5 of the IGST Act. Okay, sir, here, section number 9, subsection 1 says that CGST will be levied on intrastate supply of what? Goods or services or both. Goods or service or both, but except alcohol, liquor for human consumption. Sir, alcohol, liquor for human consumption is kept out of the GST, because you know, pre-GST on sale of alcohol, sir, VAT sales tax was levied, plus on manufacture of the alcohol, state excise duty was levied, central excise duty was not levied. And if government would have merged the taxes of alcohol in GST also, then state government will lose their revenue, because earlier, before GST, excise duty was also collected by state government because it was state excise duty, and weight was also collected by the state government. So all the revenues were going to state government only, and if they merge the taxes on alcohol in the GST also, then central government will also get 50% revenue. That's why alcohol was kept out of the GST. Okay, so GST will be levied on intrastate supply of goods or service or both except alcohol liquor for human consumption at the rate which will be notified by the government. At the rate which will be notified by the government on the recommendation of the GST Council. Whatever GST Council will recommend, sir, that rate will be applicable, and that rate will be notified by the government and same rate will be notified by the state government also. But the maximum rate of CGST, can be 20%. Sir, this is the maximum rate of CGST. So equal rate can be of SGST also. So the maximum rate of GST can be 40%. Okay, no doubt. Rate of tax is not there in your syllabus. Slab of rate is given goods wise, services wise, but no need to mark up the rates. Okay, sir, the maximum rate is 20%, and this tax will be charged on value, and the value of supply will be defined in section number 15. Value under section number 15. Section 15 we will read afterwards. Sir, valuation, a separate chapter itself is given. Okay, sir, because you know it's indirect tax. It's charged on transaction. If I am selling some goods to you for rupees 1 lakh, then GST will be charged on 1 lakh. Okay, so value. GST is charged on value, not on income. Okay, sir, CGST will be levied on intrastate supply of goods or service or both except alcohol liquor for human consumption at the rate notified by the government. But sir, not more than 20% of what? Value of such goods or service or both, and it shall be payable by a taxable person. It shall be payable by a taxable person. Sir, taxable person is defined. And the definition of taxable person is very interesting. Taxable person means a person who is registered under GST or is liable to be registered under GST. Sir, listen to me again. Taxable person means a person who is registered under GST or is liable to be registered under GST. Means a person who is not liable for registration, but if he has taken voluntary registration under GST, then also he is a registered person and he is a taxable person. Second thing, a person who is liable for registration but has not opted for registration, that person is also a taxable person. Although he has not taken the registration, but he is liable for registration, so GST will be charged on the supplies made by such person, whether he is registered or not. But if you are voluntary registered person, although you are not liable for registration, sir, you are a voluntary registered person, then also you are a taxable person, and once you are a taxable person, this charging section gets attracted to you. That's why you might have heard that although exemption benefit, a threshold benefit of 20 lakh or 40 lakh as the case may be is given for registration, but if you get the registration voluntarily under GST, then also GST becomes applicable because of this phrase. And this phrase includes registered person, whether you are voluntarily registered or liable to be registered. So that's why if you get voluntary registration under GST and if you are making a taxable supply, GST becomes applicable. Clear? Done. Sir, this is section number 9, subsection 1. This is charging section now. Listen to me again carefully. Sir, in this section, section number 9, subsection 1, it is written that GST will be levied. What do you mean by levy? Levy means, sir, GST will be charged. GST will be imposed. Sir, on which act? On which action? On which activity GST will be charged? Sir, GST will be charged on intrastate supply. Okay, if it is interstate, then IGST will be charged. If it is intrastate, then CGST will be charged, and equally SGST will also be charged. And if you are located in Union Territory and you are making intrastate supply, then CGST and UTGST will be charged. But sir, whether it is intrastate or it is interstate, whether it is CGST or SGST or it is IGST, GST will be levied on supply. GST will be levied on supply. Sir, that's why the event on the happening of which GST will get attracted is supply. So taxable event under GST is supply. The taxable event under GST is supply. It is what is mentioned in section number 9, subsection 1 that GST will be levied on supply. Okay. So taxable event is supply under GST. CGST will be levied on intrastate supply. And what do you mean by intrastate and what do you mean by interstate? It is defined by IGST Act, which we will read separately in chapter number 8 in detail. Okay. Sir, so CGST will be levied on intrastate supply of what? Goods or services or both. All the goods or services or combination thereof. Practically speaking, this both has, in my opinion, no meaning because of section number 8, composite and mixed supply. But anyways, just for the safety side, government has written this word both. So GST will be levied on, CGST will be levied on intrastate supply of goods or service or both, except alcohol liquor for human consumption, the logic of which is already discussed by me. Other than alcohol liquor for human consumption, GST will be levied on all goods, but some goods are also mentioned in subsection 2, which we will discuss afterwards. At the rate notified by the government on the recommendation of the GST Council, but not more than 20% of what? Value of such goods or service or both, and it shall be payable by a taxable person. This is full stop, done. Sir, this is charging section which says that GST will be levied on supply. Clear? This is section number 9, subsection 1. Now section number 9. Subsection 2 says that 5 goods. 5 goods. GST will not be levied on these 5 goods until it is notified by the central government on the recommendation of the GST Council, and as of now, till now, these goods are not yet notified. Means these are the 5 goods on which GST will not be levied as of now. Is not levied as of now. Sir, these 5 goods are petroleum crude, high speed diesel, motor spirit commonly known as petrol, aviation turbine fuel which is used in flights, and natural gas. These are the 5 goods on which GST will be levied on a date which will be recommended by the GST Council but not yet notified. Sir, it means as of now there are 6 goods. There are 6 goods. Alcohol liquor for human consumption and these petroleum products. On these 6 goods, GST is not levied as of now. Sir, it means these are non-taxable supply. These 6 goods are non-taxable supply. GST is not levied at all on these 6 goods as of now. Okay, petroleum crude, high speed diesel, motor spirit commonly known as petrol, aviation turbine fuel, and sir, natural gas. And in subsection 1, alcohol liquor for human consumption. As of now, these are the 6 goods which are non-taxable supply. GST is not levied on these goods as of now. Sir, section number 9, subsection 3. Reverse charge mechanism. In section number 9, subsection 3, what is written? Government has the power. Government has the power that on the recommendation of the GST Council, they can notify. They can notify certain goods or service or both. They can notify certain goods or service or both, and by notifying these goods or service or both, government can say that on these notified goods or service or both, recipient will be liable to pay GST under reverse charge mechanism, and all the provisions of the act will apply on recipient as if recipient is the person liable to pay GST to the government directly. Full stop. Section number 9, subsection 3 says that government has the power to notify certain goods or service or both and if they have notified those goods or service or some goods or service or both, then in respect of supply of those goods or service or both, recipient will be liable to pay tax to the government directly, and all the provisions of the act will apply on the recipient, as if recipient is the person who is liable to pay the tax to the government directly. Means usually in case of indirect tax, supplier is liable to pay tax to the government, not the recipient. Supplier will collect the tax from the customer, that is recipient, and will pay to the government. So usually supplier will pay the tax to the government, but here in certain notified goods or services or both, recipient is made liable to pay tax. It means system is reversed. That's why it is called reverse charge mechanism. And recipient will be liable to pay tax to the government directly. And yes, government has notified some goods as well as some services under reverse charge mechanism under section 9 subsection 3. But in your syllabus only list of services is there. It doesn't mean that goods are not there under the reverse charge concept itself. Sir, there are certain goods which are notified to be charged under reverse charge, sir, as per section 9 subsection 3, but those are the list of goods is not in your syllabus. That's why we will not be reading the list of goods. But yes, list of services we will be reading in chapter number 7. But just for your knowledge, I am giving an example to understand the concept behind reverse charge mechanism, why reverse charge is there. See here. Let's have an example. Suppose you have imported some services from out of India. Suppose a person who is named as Mr. Don. Mr. Don is providing services from out of India to a person Mr. X in India. If Don is providing services to Mr. X in India, Don is located out of India, X is located in India, and suppose the value of supply, the invoice is of rupees 1 crore. Invoice is of rupees 1 crore. This is the value of supply. On which, sir, on import of services, just for knowledge, it is called interstate supply as per the definitions given in IGST, and sir, on it IGST is levied. Suppose IGST is charged at the rate of 18%, which comes to 18 lakh rupees. Suppose total amount comes to 1 crore 18 lakh. Sir, my point is that suppose reverse charge would not have been there. Suppose reverse charge was not there, forward charge mechanism was applicable in this case also. Imagine the situation, sir, Mr. Don, who is located outside India, will raise the invoice to Mr. X in India for rupees 1 crore 18 lakhs. Sir, if Mr. X would have paid entire rupees 1 crore 18 lakh to Mr. Don, who is located outside India, sir, do you think that Mr. Don will come in India, will get himself registered under GST in India, and will pay rupees 18 lakh to Indian government? Do you think so? No. Why? Because he is Don. And आपको पता है हिंदी में एक डायलॉग है, डॉन को पकड़ना मुश्किल है नहीं, नामुमकिन है. Means, sir, it's impossible to catch the Don. It's not only difficult, it's impossible to catch the Don. Sir, so government said, no Baba, no. And anyways, government is not able to collect the tax from the Indian people itself. How they can collect the tax from people who are located outside India? It will be an international issue, sir. That's why government implemented reverse charge mechanism in these cases. This is one of the service. Import of service is one of the service where reverse charge mechanism is applicable and recipient is liable to pay tax to the government directly. So this is one of the example which I given you. In this case, what will happen now? Sir, Mr. Don will raise the invoice of only rupees 1 crore, and Mr. X will pay only rupees 1 crore to Mr. Don. And Mr. X, who is the recipient, will pay this rupees 18 lakh directly to the government. and not to Mr. Don. So here recipient will be liable to pay tax to the government directly, and sir, recipient Mr. X will pay rupees entire 18 lakh to the government directly, and he will pay only rupees 1 crore to Don. So here this is the example why reverse charge mechanism was introduced. Sir, there are some practical difficulties. There are some practical difficulties in certain sectors, in certain services. That's why government identified those services, those goods, and their recipient is made liable for making payment of tax to the government directly. Just this is just an example. Another example I can take, like recovery agent of the banking companies. Vasuli Bhai, Gunda. Sir, recovery agents of the banking company. Sir, if any person is not paying the money to the bank, then bank has appointed recovery agent Vasuli Bhai to recover the amount from that defaulter. Sir, recovery agent is recovering the amount from some defaulter borrower, and in return he will get some commission from the bank. Commission. He is providing his services to bank. That's why he is charging some fees. Sir, recovery agent is recovering the money from the defaulters. Do you think that GST officers will be able to recover the GST from that recovery agent? Gunda, two officers went to recover the amount of GST from the recovery agent. They themselves got recovered. Sir, they didn't even return to their home, directly went to God. So government said, na baba na ho payega. And government said, no, bank, you are the recipient of service. Whatever services you are getting from recovery agent, whatever commission you are giving to recovery agent, directly pay GST to us, not to the recovery agent, and recipient will be liable to pay GST to the government directly. Sir, some examples. These are some examples. Insurance agent. Sir, individual direct selling agent, etc., etc. We will read the list in chapter number 7. But yeah, these are some examples just to open your mind that why reverse charge mechanism came into existence. So there were some practical difficulties to recover the amount of tax from the supplier of services or goods. That's why government introduced reverse charge mechanism, and thereat recipient is made liable to pay tax directly to the government. That's why it is called reverse charge mechanism, because system is reversed in this case. Clear? This is section number 9, subsection 3. Some goods as well as some services are listed. Some notified goods or services are there, but we will read it afterwards. Okay. So this is section number 9, subsection 3. Now coming to section number 9, subsection 4. Sir, section number 9, subsection 4 says that government has the power. Government has the power that they can notify. They can notify certain specified category of registered person. They can notify certain specified category of registered person, and if they have notified those registered persons under section 9(4), then if those registered person purchase any goods or service or both from any sorry, if they purchase notified goods or service or both, some goods or service or both are notified, if they purchase it from any unregistered person. So supplier is unregistered person. Sir, recipient is notified category of registered person, and if that notified category of registered person is buying the notified category of goods or service or both from any unregistered person, then in such case recipient, who is the registered person, as I said, specified category of registered person. The recipient will be liable to pay GST to the government directly under reverse charge mechanism, and all the provisions of the act will apply on the same language on the recipient as if recipient is the person liable to pay GST to the government directly, full stop. Section number 9, subsection 4. Section number 9, subsection 4 says that government has the power. Government has the power to notify certain specified category of registered persons that if they purchase the notified category of goods or service or both from any unregistered person, then in such case recipient, that is registered person, will be liable to pay GST to the government directly under reverse charge mechanism, and recipient who is the registered person will be treated as if he is the person liable to pay GST to the government directly. And at present only one category of registered person is notified, which is called promoter, and in common sense we say him as builder. Promoter is the only category of registered person who is notified under section 9 subsection 4, and if he buy the goods or service or both, notified category of goods or service or both from unregistered person, then section number 9(4) will apply and reverse charge mechanism will be applicable in such case, but only in case of builders it is applicable as of now. Okay, sir, earlier when GST was introduced in 2017, then every person who was registered under GST was required to pay GST under reverse charge under section 9(4), which was very dangerous for the entire businessman category of person, entire business category. Sir, that's why government amended this section and said that only notified category of registered persons are liable under reverse charge under this section, and only notified category is builders. Okay, and again this section we will discuss in detail, and notified category of goods or service will also be discussed in chapter number 7. A separate chapter is given regarding reverse charge mechanism and electronic commerce operator. Sir, we will discussing in section number chapter number 7 separately. Okay, done. This is section number 9 subsection 4. Now section number 9 subsection 5. Sir, section number 9 subsection 5, listen to me very carefully. Sir, this is regarding Uber, Ola, sir, Swiggy, all these are covered here. Okay, section 9 subsection 5 says that government has the power. Government has the power to notify, be very careful, has the power to notify certain only services, not goods. Under section 9 subsection 5, government has the power to notify certain services, and sir, if government has notified those services, then if notified services are supplied through electronic commerce operator, if you are supplying the notified category of services through electronic commerce operator, then such ECO shall be treated as if, please focus on the words, as if ECO is the supplier of such services, as if ECO is the supplier of such services, full stop. Section number 9 subsection 5. I repeat, section number 9, subsection 5 says that government has the power to notify certain services, only services. And in case of those notified category of services, see, not all services, only notified category of services, and at present only 4 category of services are notified here. Sir, government has the power to notify certain services, and if they have notified those services, then if you are supplying the services through electronic commerce operator, if you are supplying those notified services through any electronic commerce operator, then ECO, electronic commerce operator, will be treated as if ECO is the supplier of such services, and all the provisions of the act will apply on ECO as if he is the supplier of such services. And sir, ECO will have to pay the tax, and ECO will have to pay the tax, and ECO will have to pay the tax. Sir, again, section 9.3, 9.4 and 9.5, all these subsections are covered in chapter number 7. We will discuss these 3 subsections in detail with the list of goods and services, whatever is applicable in that chapter. But just giving you an hint, sir, example of, you can take an example of Uber, Ola, or you can take the example of now Swiggy also. If you ordered some food from Swiggy, then also section 9.5 is applicable. See, I am just giving an example. Suppose I am a taxi driver. I am a taxi driver and I am running a taxi, and my taxi, I am having my own taxi, okay, which is listed on Ola. Sir, my taxi is listed at Ola application. You are a passenger. Suppose you are having an Ola application in your mobile phone. Sir, if you want to travel from one place to another place, you have opened your application Ola and you booked a taxi, and nearby taxi was mine. My taxi was booked through Ola. I reached to your location. I picked up you and I took you to your destination and I dropped you there at. Suppose the fare was rupees 700. First of all, point comes, sir, who has provided you services? Who is the actual service supplier? This taxi driver is the actual service supplier. Ola is just a platform. Ola is just an electronic commerce operator who has provided a platform where we both, customer and supplier, can meet. Actual service supplier is Mangal. You are the recipient of service. Sir, actual supplier of service is this taxi driver. You are the actual recipient. Sir, electronic, that Ola is only just a platform intermediary, a kind of intermediary. He is just an electronic commerce operator. But sir, by focusing on the category of services, government experienced that it will be very difficult from these taxi operators to collect the tax, because it is an unorganized sector. You know, it's very difficult to collect the taxes from each and every individual driver. The taxi operator, everybody will have to get registered under GST, will have to monitor all these transactions, etc., etc. So government notified those services under section number 9, subsection 5. This is an aggregator model of business, and here government notified the services that electronic commerce operator, although you are not the actual service supplier in this transaction, but you will be treated as if you are the supplier of such services. And for this entire rupees 700, suppose the fare was rupees 700, the fare which was applicable in your case from your location to destination, it was 700. For entire rupees 700, ECO will be treated as if ECO is the supplier of such services, and all the provision of the act will apply on the ECO. And if electronic commerce operator has the physical presence in India, he will have to pay the tax. But if electronic commerce operator do not have any physical presence in India, then if any representative office is there in India, that representative office will be liable to pay tax to the government directly, not the driver. But If the ECO do not have, neither has any physical presence nor have any representative office in India, then they will have to appoint a person in India who will pay tax on their behalf. Means they will have to pay the tax. Sir, they can't collect. Government will not collect the tax from the taxi operators. Means whether Uber is located in India or it is a company located outside India, we don't care. They will have to pay the tax. And sir, if they are having physical presence in India, they will have to pay the tax. If they don't have, then their representative office in India will pay the tax. And even if the representative, even if they are not having any representative office in India, then sir, they will have to appoint a person in India who will pay the tax on their behalf. Clear? Done. Sir, it means in case of these notified services, no choice. ECO will have to pay the tax. Clear? Done. And ECO will be treated as if he is the supplier of such services. And listen to me again. This section number 9 subsection 5 is forward charge mechanism. This is not reverse charge mechanism. See, in section number 9 subsection 4, recipient was liable to pay tax under reverse charge mechanism. See, in section number 9 subsection 3, recipient was liable to pay tax under reverse charge mechanism. But in section number 9 subsection 5, recipient is not liable. ECO is liable, and ECO is not recipient. ECO will be treated as if he is the supplier of such services. So they have made the ECO to act as if he is the supplier, and when supplier pay the tax, it is forward charge mechanism, not the reverse charge mechanism. That's why section number 9 subsection 5 is forward charge mechanism. Section 9394 are reverse charge mechanism. I hope you got the point. Mahul. Clear? Done. Sir, this is section number 9. Sir, section number 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. I hope you got the point. Sir, same. Section number 5 is given for interstate supply. Section number 5 of IGST Act. This is section number 9 of the CGST Act. Sir, I'll just mention here, so it will be revision for section number 9 also. Section number 5 subsection 1 of IGST Act says that IGST will be levied on interstate supply of goods or service or both except alcohol, liquor for human consumption at the rate notified by the government on the recommendation of the GST Council, but not more than 40% of the value, because IGST is the sum total of C and S. Okay, sir, 40% of the value of such goods or service or both, and it shall be payable by a taxable person. Section number 5 subsection 2 says that 5 goods: petroleum, crude, high speed diesel, motor spirit commonly known as petrol, aviation turbine fuel, and natural gas. These are the goods which are kept out of the GST till the GST Council recommend for the same to be included in GST. As of now, these are 6 goods which are not leviable to GST at all. 5.3, government has the power to notify the goods or service or both on which reverse charge mechanism will be applicable, and recipient will be liable to pay tax to the government directly. And notified goods or services we will be discussing in chapter number 7. Section number 5 subsection 4 says that builders, promoters will be liable to pay GST to the government directly if they are buying the notified category of goods or services from the unregistered person. And reverse charge will be applicable. Builder will be liable to pay tax to the government directly. And section number 5.5 is regarding Ola, Uber. See here, these subsection 5, subsection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are regarding interstate supply, and section number 9 of CGST Act was regarding intrastate supply, otherwise absolutely same. One more proviso is here in section number 5 subsection 1. One proviso is here. Sir, that proviso says that on import of goods, see, on import of goods, custom duty is levied, but along with the custom duty, IGST will also be charged to equalize the imported goods with respect to domestic goods, sir, in respect of GST. We will discuss that IGST along with the customs. On import of goods, along with the custom duty, IGST is also levied. It is mentioned here in section number 5 subsection 1. There is a proviso. Okay, done. So this is the charging section, section number 9 and section number 5 of the CGST Act and IGST Act respectively. But yes, whether it is intrastate or interstate, whether it is intrastate or interstate, ultimately taxable event under GST is supply. taxable event under GST is supply. Clear? If it is interstate supply, then IGST will be levied. If it is intrastate, then CGST and SGST will be levied. And if it is union territory, then CGST and UTGST will be levied on intrastate transaction within union territory. And in case of interstate, always IGST will be levied. Clear? Done. So ultimately, taxable event is supply. So the first question which comes in our mind is, what do you mean by supply? What do you mean by the term supply? The term supply is very well defined in section number 7 of the CGST Act. Now, we are discussing section number 7, supply. Very important term, the term supply. Section number 7. Section number 7 says that supply. The term supply. Sir, the most important term under entire GST is supply, because on the basis of this definition, it will be decided whether GST will be levied on this transaction or not. So, hold the heart and focus here only. Supply. The term supply includes, the term supply includes, sir, section number 7 says that supply includes, sir, subsection 1. Sorry, section number 7, this is subsection 1, which says that supply includes. There are, sorry, section number 7, subsection 1 says that supply includes, sir, clause number A. Sir, clause number AA, B and C. Earlier D was there, but D was deleted and subsection 1A was framed. Then, sir, subsection 2, in that clause number A and clause number B is given, and then subsection 3, in that clause number A and clause number B is given, and then the definition of supply will get over. Sir, let's begin with the term supply. Section number 7, subsection 1 says that the term supply includes. The term supply includes, clause number A says that, sir, the term supply includes all forms of supply. Section number 7, subsection 1. Before beginning the clause number A, listen to me again very carefully. Sir, the term supply includes, clause number A, AA, B, C. Sir, section number 7, subsection 1 says that supply includes A, AA, B, C. What does it mean? It means that the term supply is inclusive definition. This is not exhaustive definition, sir. Inclusive definition means, sir, inclusive definition means the definition is not limited to only A, AA, B and C. Means, sir, supply includes A, B, C, AA means also, not only. Sir, the term supply includes, the term supply includes A, AA, B and C. It means this definition is inclusive. See, in 2017 this new act was introduced by the government, and government intended that by any mistake none of the transactions should get outside the ambit of the term supply. That's why, just to keep them on a safer side, government said that this is inclusive definition. They use this word intentionally, includes, so that if anything remains out of the scope of these A, B, C and AA, then also they can claim that we have not said that these are only which are covered in the term supply, these are also included in the term supply. So logically, if this transaction should be included in the supply, then it is also supply. Sir, that's why they use the word includes, and instead of this word, if they would have used means, supply means A, AA, B, C, then only. exhaustive definition would have been there, and if anything is outside, anything would have been outside A, double A, B and C, then it is not included at all in the term supply and no GST would have been levied on that. But to keep the government themselves on a safer side, they have used the word includes. But yeah, sir, as far as my knowledge is concerned, everything is covered in these three clauses. Everything, they have left nothing. Everything is within the chargeability of the GST. Okay, sir, let's begin with clause number A. Okay, sir, I hope you got the concept of includes and means. Okay, sir, the term supply includes, clause number A says that supply includes, clause number A says that all forms of supply. All forms of supply such as sale, exchange, barter, transfer, lease, license, rental or disposal. I repeat. Sir, clause number A says that supply includes all forms of supply. Means everything is covered. See, not only central excise duty or VAT is included, supply of services, service tax is also merged in GST. So the term supply includes all forms of supply such as sale, exchange, barter, transfer. I'll give an example of each and every transaction. Lease, license, rental or disposal of goods or services or both. Sir, supply includes all forms of supply such as sale, exchange. Sale, I have sold this pen for rupees 10 lakh to you. 10 lakh, yeah, this is just an example. So this is sale, normal. Exchange, sir, suppose I am a mobile dealer. Sir, if you want to buy this mobile phone, this is for rupees 1 lakh suppose. If you get exchanged any of the old mobile phone of any of the brand, any of the company, then in exchange of that phone, we will sell this mobile phone for just only rupees 90,000. So we are exchanging. Clear? Sale, exchange, barter. Sir, pure exchange is called barter. Suppose I am teaching you indirect tax as against you teaching me direct tax. Both are gone. Sir, both will go mad. Sir, my point is that sale, exchange, barter. Pure exchange is called barter. Okay, if I am teaching you indirect tax as against you are teaching me direct tax, this is barter. It is supply for you also, it is supply for me also. Sale, exchange, barter, transfer. Sir, I am transferring the assets of my business to any of my other branch located in, suppose I am located in Maharashtra, another branch is located in Chennai. I am transferring the goods or services to that branch. Yes, it is also supply. Sir, sale, exchange, barter, transfer, lease. Sir, any lease, I have given any machinery on lease to you, finance lease, operating lease, etc. Sir, license to operate a software. Clear? Sir, lease, license, rental. I have given some machinery to you on rent. Or, sir, disposal. Sir, I have disposed of all the assets of my business. Stock I have disposed of. Okay, so all these are covered in the term supply. The term supply includes all forms of supply such as sale, exchange, barter, transfer, lease, license, rental or disposal of what? Goods or services or both. When such supply is made. When such supply is made or agreed to be made. Means if you have supplied, supplies are made, it is supply. But even if you have agreed to supply, means in case if advance payment is received and you agreed to supply, then also it is a supply. That's why on receipt of advance, GST is leviable. Yeah, on receipt of advance in respect of services, GST is charged. But no doubt in respect of advance received in respect of goods, a separate provision is given in time of supply. Due to that notification, GST is not liable to be paid on advance received in respect of goods. Otherwise, GST is leviable. It is covered in the term supply because you have agreed to supply. We will read it separately while reading chapter number 3, time of supply. Okay. So, on receipt of advance, GST is payable whether it is goods or services due to this provision. But yeah, for goods, it's separately said through another notification that no GST is payable on receipt of advance in respect of goods. Sir, when such supplies are made or agreed to be made by a person, and you know the term person includes everybody: individual, HUF, partnership firm, LLP, body corporate, sir, central government, state government, union territory, local authority, artificial juridical person, sir, everybody is covered. Clear? Sir, partnership firm, LLP, body corporate, government, local authority, everybody is covered in the terms person. So that nobody lives out of the scope of chargeability. Sir, when such supplies are made by a person for a consideration, very important term. For a consideration means supply should be made by a person for a consideration. It should be for money. It should be for any consideration. That consideration may be in money, may be in kind. See, consideration means quid pro quo. If I have done something for you, what you have done? It's consideration. Sir, consideration may be in money, may be in kind, but it should be for a consideration, then only it is supply. We will discuss this one moment. And last term, it should be in the course or furtherance of business. Supply should be in the course or furtherance of his business, then only it will be supply, otherwise it will not be supply at all. Okay, now I'll discuss this point and this point in detail with an example. Sir, supply should be for a consideration, then only it will be supply. Sir, the best example. Suppose you have donated some money for charity or in any temple. Sir, are you giving any consideration to God that God, please God, this time result should be positive, sir. God, please. Are you paying any fees to the government or to the God? No. Sir, this is not a fees. God is not doing anything for money. Sir, so this is not a consideration. So if you are donating something to, if you are donating any money or anything to any institution or any person voluntarily without any exchange of anything, then it is donation, not a consideration at all. But at the same time, suppose you are paying rupees 10,000 to me, in against I will be teaching you indirect tax. It is consideration. It is consideration. You are paying me because I am teaching you, or we can say I am teaching you because you are paying me. Sir, I am teaching you because you are paying me. So I am doing something for consideration. It is supply. So it should be done for a consideration. The intent should be for consideration. There should be direct nexus between activity and consideration, and should not be any indirect link. Suppose I have done something great and you have donated some money to me, which I had not asked you to pay. It is just a donation. It is just a gift, not a consideration at all. Yes, if I had done something for you in want of some consideration from you, whether it is in money or in kind, then yes, whatever I am doing is supply because it is for a consideration. Your intent should be to earn the consideration. Your activity, your target should be to earn the consideration. Suppose some charitable institution. One circular is also there. One charitable institution is doing charity activity and you have donated rupees 10 lakh to that charitable institution or hospital or school or whatever it is. Voluntarily you have donated rupees 10 lakh, and just to show the gratitude, just to show the their feelings of thanks to you. They have mentioned your name on a wall of temple that with thanks, with due regards, we received a sum of rupees 10 lakh from Mr. XYZ. So are they providing any marketing services to you for which you have paid rupees 10 lakh? Answer is no. Just to show the gratitude, they have mentioned your name on the wall. It doesn't mean that they are doing some marketing for you. So it's just a donation, and charitable institution is not providing any services to you. No GST will be charged. But at the same time, suppose any mega event is being organized by any charitable institution, and in that mega event huge gathering is expected. They approached any businessman. They said that we will mention the name of your business on our wall, where thousands of people, lakhs of people will watch your name of the business, and your business will get, sir, some support, or will get some marketing from that name on our wall if you pay us rupees 10 lakh. And if that businessman is giving rupees 10 lakh, sir, he is paying. Why? Because charitable institution is mentioning the name of his business to promote his business. Sir, this is not donation. Now this rupees 10 lakh is consideration and will be chargeable to GST. Services are being provided by charitable institution to that business entity, and GST will be charged. Clear? So each and every transaction has to be, sir, checked, has to be analyzed whether it is supply or not, keeping in mind that whether it is for a consideration or not. If it is not for a consideration, it is not covered in section number 7 subsection 1 clause number A. Okay. Another is in the course or furtherance of business. Sir, supply should be for a consideration, plus it should be in the course or furtherance of business. Means, sir, suppose I am giving a very good example. Suppose somebody has sold his personal jewelry of his family to get some money. You tell me, he is selling the personal jewelry of his family to get some money for his family. You tell me, if he is selling the jewelry, supply of goods for a consideration, but is it in the course or furtherance of his business? Answer is no, and no GST will be charged. But at the same time, if a jeweler, a person who is dealing in jewelry, or a person who is dealing in any business activity, is selling the goods which are in their stock or any of the business asset. Suppose I am a jeweler shop, I am a jeweler selling some jewelry to customer. Yes, I am supplying the goods for a consideration in the course or furtherance of my business. Yes, it is supply. It is my business asset. Sir, if I am selling in the course or furtherance of business, yes, it is supply. Otherwise, it's not supply at all. Okay, your intent should be of business. Sir, and definition of business is given in the GST Act, which says that it's not essential that you should have a good volume in business, you should have frequency, you should have, turnaround. No, it's not required. Your intent is to be checked. Suppose I am having an old painting hanged in my home, at my house, and I have sold it for some money. It is not supply at all, because it is not in the course or furtherance of my business. But suppose I am a practicing chartered accountant, but my hobby is to paint some paintings, and I have painted some painting, and after painted the painting, I have sold it for rupees 1 lakh. Although I am a practicing CA, but since it is my hobby to paint painting and I am selling it for rupees 1 lakh, so it is business. Although it is not frequently done, it is not having any volume. We don't. Yeah, you have painted a painting and then you have sold it. That's why it will be covered under the scope of the term business. And since you have sold it for a consideration in the course or furtherance of business, it is supply and GST will be levied. Sir, it is section number 7 subsection 1 clause number A. The term supply includes. The term supply includes all forms of supply such as sale, exchange, barter, transfer, lease, license, rental, or disposal of what? Goods or service or both. When such supplies are made or agreed to be made by a person for a consideration in the course or furtherance of business, then it is supply. So here in clause number A, two components are very essential. consideration plus in the course or furtherance of business, both factors should be there, then only it will be supply. But sir, the term supply includes clause A, clause B, clause C, and clause number AA also. Okay, now clause number AA. Clause number AA says, if any unincorporated AOP or BOI, association of persons or body of individuals, is supplying any goods or services or both to the members of the AOP BOI, or any of the member is supplying the goods or services or both to the AOP BOI, sir, if it is for a consideration, then it is supply. You can't treat both person as a single person. They are two separate person. AOP BOI itself has separate entity, like, sir, any club, friends club, any housing society charging any membership fee or any maintenance fee from the members is a supply of service by AOP to member, and yes, it is supply will be chargeable to GST. A separate clause number AA was inserted by the Finance Act 2021 because there were many ambiguities in the industry. Many joint ventures, many societies, AOPs had filed case in the court that we are members and the club are one and the same person, and why you are charging any GST on the transactions taken between ourselves. So government said, "Arey Baba, it is supply because member in his individual capacity is a separate person. AOP is a separate person in its individual capacity." So government specifically inserted clause number AA to remove all the disputes, to solve all the ambiguities, and they have clearly mentioned that notwithstanding anything contained in any of the law or any of the judgment or judgment given by any of the authority, whether it is appellate or administrative, sir, unincorporated AOP BOI and its members will be two separate person, and any activity performed between the members and the AOP BOI will be supply if it is for a consideration. And there is a circular also which says that if AOP BOI, association of persons or body of individuals, are providing club, we can say just as a club like Lions Club, Rotary Club, or any of the club, housing society, clear, sir, or any joint venture, etc., whatever name you can give, if they are providing any services to their members, it is supply. Okay, sir, now what happens? One circular was given, sir, if the society, club or joint ventures or any AOP BOI ask for any contribution from the member, there are two types of contributions. Sir, one is capital contribution, another is revenue contribution. This is called cash call. This is called cash call. Whenever money is asked from the members to pay to the club, it is called cash call. Cash call are of two nature, revenue in nature and capital contribution. Capital contribution are kind of investment, and revenue nature are of in the nature of expenditure. These are the contribution to meet out the routine expenditure of the club, AOP, etc. So suppose any housing society is asking for any membership fee from the club, from the members of the club, it is revenue in nature, and yes, these are being paid for services being provided by the club to the member, and yes, GST will be applicable on the services provided by the AOP to the club, to the members. But if the contribution in the nature of capital contribution, suppose we 100 members agreed to contribute 1 crore each, 1 CR each, because we want to invest this 100 crore in a big project out of which we will earn revenue, and this 1 crore is refundable. So it's a pure transaction in money. It's a kind of investment only, and no GST will be levied on capital contribution. Clear? Same way, second question came for consideration. If one member is providing services to another member, obviously it is supply, and GST will be charged on the consideration paid by each other. Third, if members are providing services to club, suppose books of accounts are required to be maintained for the club, and if club has appointed us a member that you will have to maintain the books of accounts of the club, that member agreed for a consideration of rupees 10,000 per month. Then member is providing services to club for a consideration of rupees 10,000. So sorry. So member is providing services to club. Both are two separate persons, and yes, GST will be charged. Clear? Done. So ultimately AOP BOI, club, society, joint venture and its members are two separate person, two different person, notwithstanding anything contained in any of the act or any of the judgment or order or decision given by any of the authority. They are two different person, and in case if they are making any transaction, if they are entering into any transaction for a consideration, it is supply. That's it. Clear? So the term supply has clearly defined that any transaction between AOP BOI and its members are supply, and yes, GST will be charged on that transaction. Clear? Done. Sir, now the term supply. The term supply. See, we have read clause number A. The term supply includes clause A, clause double A, clause number B. Clause number B says that the term supply includes import of services for a consideration. For a consideration, whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. Means, see, clause number double A was inserted just for AOP BOI. So main clause was clause number A. Clause number A says that it should be for a consideration plus it should be in the course or furtherance of business. Clause number B says that don't worry, if you are importing the services, I am talking about services, not goods. On import of goods, customs duty is levied. Okay, we will discuss it afterwards. Sir, on import of services, if it is for a consideration, GST will be levied, whether it is in the course or furtherance of business or other than for business, we don't care. Best example is Netflix. Netflix.com is located outside India. Suppose it is providing services to people located in India. Sir, import of services for a consideration, although it is not for your business, it is for your personal entertainment. Then also it is supply, and yes, GST will be chargeable, GST will be payable. Who will pay the tax? It is not a point right now. Yes, it is supply. This is the point right now. Okay. Then clause number C. See, clause number A says that it should be for a consideration plus it should be in the course or furtherance of business. Clause number B says that import of services for a consideration, whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. Clause number C says that don't worry, even if the transaction is without consideration. Clause number A says that it should be for a consideration. Clause number B says that it should be for a consideration. Clause number C says that don't worry, even if there is no consideration, then also if the transaction is covered in schedule 1, then it will be supply. And at present there are 4 activities. At present there are 4 transactions which are covered in schedule 1, and if the transaction is covered in schedule number 1, then it will be supply, although there is no consideration at all. 4 transactions are mentioned in schedule number 1, which says that even if there is no consideration in these 4 transactions, then also it will be included in the term supply and GST will be charged. Now, what all those 4 transactions are, we will be continuing from the next lecture. Clear? Sir, for this session, this is enough. I hope you are getting the concept. So we have read the term supply. The term supply, section number 7, subsection 1. Supply includes clause number A, clause number AA, clause number B, and C is pending. Clear? I hope you are getting the concept. And sir, Sir, we will be referring summary book while reading this fast track batch. Okay, I'll tell you what you have to read from the book and till what we have read from the book. One moment. Yeah, this is the summary book. Sir, from chapter number 2. Sir, this lecture is started from chapter number 2. Sir, this we have read. Levy we have read. Sir, this is charging section. Sorry, this was the charging section, section number 9 and section number 5(1) of the IGST Act. Then, sir, it is section number 7. Sir, this is the statutory provision, means this is the barrack part. Okay, here we have read till this. Okay, sir, and here analytical points are given. See, this was the barrack portion, statutory provision till here. Okay, from here analytical points are given. Sir, the definition of goods and services we will be reading afterwards. Okay, this you can keep this as pending. P means pending. Okay, but yeah, this is the analysis of section number 7(1)(a) that we had read. Okay, sir, consideration, supply includes. Okay, the circular of the donor, individual donation. Then in the course or furtherance of business. Then clause number AA. This circular we have already discussed. Clear, capital contribution and cash calls. Sir, 7(1)(b). Then 7(1)(c). From here we will be reading we will be studying from the next lecture. But yeah, till this point you have to cover from your end also, beta. And in chapter number 1, at the end of chapter number 1, definitions are given, but yeah, you need not refer those definitions as of now. See, just like here, definition of goods and services are given. When topic will come, relevant topic will come, we'll discuss these definitions. So no need to refer the barrack definition as of now. We will be covering step by step each and every point which is relevant for our batch. Okay, so sir, and one more thing. Yeah, please have a click of those slides which I have mentioned here, which I have written here. Wait. Yes, sir. Sir, please have a click of these slides. Please, sir. You can have a click of these slides so that you can copy it in your notebook. Done. Please copy it. Although all these points are already there in summary book or main book also, but yeah. Done. This is a very good example to understand the concept of RCM. Then section number 9, subsection 4, reverse charge mechanism builders. Section number 9.5, Ola Uber, very good example. Okay, then this is just if you want to copy, you can. Then this is the term supply which we have just begun with, and very important term. Okay, then this is the explanation of section number 7(1)(a). In our own writing, you can copy it. And then this is the example of that circular. Okay, done, sir. That's it, sir. We'll be beginning with the section number 7(1)(c) from the next session. But yeah, sir, it should be rule of the lecture that after every lecture, whatever we have covered, you should cover at your end also, which is very important. Okay, sir, finishing the lecture is not the target. Finishing at your end is more important. All the best. Love you a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.